Thought we couldn't go back to England without you having heard a poem in English. I come from Cornwall, which is the banana coast of England, and it has a wonderful climate, and the earliest flowers and things come there. We have palm trees and such like. I'm very proud of it, and I was going to show him how it's not like England really, it's kind of continental. And of course the whole time it was blowing a gale and pouring with rain, as these things often happen. W.B. Yeats wrote in one of his poems about the mackerel-crowded seas, and the seas around Cornwall are mackerel-crowded, and there was a time when, because of that, lots of Russian ships came and started hoovering up the mackerel, Klondikers we called them, and for the first time, and I grew up, but my whole childhood there, sometimes we found fish just washed up on the shore, and I've never seen anything like that before. This is a poem sort of to do with that. It's called Reasons at Trefusis Point. Trefusis Point is a neck of land across the harbour from Falmouth, which is big, in fact the third largest natural harbour in the world. Anyway, Reasons at Trefusis Point. It was so cold when we climbed from the bikes that we left our helmets on and slid and staggered across black rocks and treacherous brown bladder wrack popping beneath our boots to get closer to the grey, tumbling sea. In Carrick Roads, 6 huge purse seiners rode the gale, a darker grey against grey waves, gunmetal sky, the foreshore putrid with their dumped mackerel. We stood and shivered at the tide's edge, while I raised a leather gauntlet to explain how Falmouth isn't like an English town, the churches and the coloured houses reminding one of France and Spain, my bellowed argument confounded by the wind and rain. We would have turned back then, had not a head appeared 30 yards out, but not the drowned man we feared, an intelligent face fixed on us while toying with a mackerel. The seal was lolling in the waves and rolling back to watch us. The mackerel disappeared, and then the seal, but back it came again a little closer, lying on its back in the swell, looking warm, relaxed. It watched us cower, slipping backwards, pushed by the tide. Another foolish theory loomed, that in our wet black leathers and our lids out on the rocks, it thought us of its kind, the way we moved as awkward on the shore as seals. No sooner had we thought, talked, and agreed, the seal disagreed and turned, then loped across the waves like a Labrador. Thank you very much for having me.